I'm going to go to the next question.
Same goes for the Federal Reserve and the IRS and all the rest of them, too.
I agree 100%. All right. Are there any actions being taken to combat the regulations? And what can people who believe in the consumer's freedom of choice do to help?
Well, I mean, right now we've got groups. We have SFATA, we have the VTA, we have a bunch of actually, I guess the groups that actually handle politics and stuff like that. I can't think of the word right now. But they handle them and they're dealing with them. However, they're trying to fight for us, but they are only, so big. We are only so big. We cannot sit here and continually sustain this and expect to actually have any positive outcome with it.
Right.
So I mean, right now the best thing I can say do would be, as far as consumers goes, is to either stand up and contact your representatives. Although I don't hold much hope in that either, because I mean, look at what's going on currently.
Right.
But try contacting your senators. Give them just keep raising hell. Don't back down. Is the minute you back down, the minute you've been defeated. If you want this and you want to keep this, this thing alive, I mean anything for that matter. Is there any product or any kind of rights or anything you feel passionate about, that you feel like is a necessity? You need to stand up and take control of it. Because if you don't, you're going to lose it.
Yep.
And once you lose it, you're not getting it back.
I agree.
And as far as, right now is what steps are being taken, that's that. I mean, quite frankly, the way I see it is, I think it was Thomas Jefferson that said, when a law or a bill is unjust, it is not only your right to disobey it, but your duty.
Right. And I feel it is our duty.
Yeah. So, I mean, outright disobedience in itself is another way. I mean, because honestly, they can only control what you allow them to control.
That's right.
A person can only be controlled so much.
And the more of us join together,
right,
the harder it's going to be to control us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the more of us stand up, the more of us get heard. The more of us actually just outright disobey it. There's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of people, they feel like it's the right thing to do to show respect to authorities, although those people in government really do not have the authority to do what they are doing.
No.
But it's going to be kind of tough changing people's attitude towards that and saying, hey, if they're doing wrong, it's really your duty not to go along with what they're doing. Mm-hmm. Especially, stand up for your neighbor's right and your own.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's actually, the people need to realize and come to the realization is that government is supposed to work for us, not the other way around.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it seems it is the other way.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have sat and been complacent, and and like I said, I'm sorry if I offend anybody, but I'm just gonna say what I'm gonna say. We have sat and we have been complacent. We have allowed this to happen, and we've been so comfortable in our armchairs and in front of our idiot box and eating our TV suppers and just leave me alone. I don't care, do what you want, but just leave me here with my TV supper and don't bother me. Kind of mentality, it's how it's become to us. And
apathetic a lot of times.
Yeah. Apathy, is going to just, or complacency is, we've been allowed ourselves to become too complacent with things.
Yes.
And when you allow complacency, then it's just, might as well say, here you go.
Yep. What is it called? Hedonism? They say, basically a lot of people, they don't want any discomfort, mm-hmm. and they'll avoid it at all costs. I guess maybe it's something similar to that.
That's possibly. I mean, I understand it, but at the same time, I value my rights and my freedoms more than I do my comforts.
I agree with you on that, and it seems like, the more they take away our rights, or they don't take away your rights, they just violate your rights, the more uncomfortable I'm becoming.
Exactly.
All right, well, let's go to the next question. So obviously let's talk about something going on now. There's a virus going around that is affecting a lot of lives throughout Virginia in many ways. One of my biggest concerns is how this is affecting the economy. Now, you talked about you're already seeing a lot less traffic. Governor Ralph Northam has now imposed regulations on restaurants and bars, limiting the amount of customers they can serve at one time. Are you concerned that the governor may stop all non-essential business from operating like other states have done?
Yeah, I'm actually concerned about it. But at the same damn time, it's like I said, I will not comply.
Right.
And I feel this business here and mine, along with it, just like you said, everything else, non-essential businesses, also affect essential businesses.
Exactly.
It's a trickle. We'll call it. We'll borrow something from the Republican Party. It's a trickle down, kind of thing. You shut down the non-essential businesses that make these products for the essential businesses. Well, then what do you do when you run out? You can't get them.
Yep.
So guess what? Now your essential business will shut down.
And I think F.A. Hayek, he talked about, I can't remember exactly the term, but he said, basically a lot of politicians might try to impose regulations, but they're way too ignorant to even know how that will affect the economy in certain ways. So,
and I have, as far as we go on politicians go, I'm only going to put this out there right now. We have been electing people that are so damn far disconnected with society and today that, we'll never get anything straight. Just like now, you see these people that are shutting, these politicians and now they're demanding these businesses and counties and all stuff be shut down. Okay, well, how is that going to affect, how is it affecting the little man, the man on the bottom totem pole?
Exactly. That's what I was going to ask you is if they shut down non-essential businesses, if that occurs, do you believe small businesses like yours may never open their doors again?
It's a damn good possibility. And honestly, in reality, I don't think they care. Because, reality, small businesses don't generate a lot of money. At least don't generate a lot of tax dollars.
Like Philip Morris might.
Exactly.
At least
so, yeah. We all know a lot of these politicians don't give a damn thing but one thing when it comes down to it, and that's what they can line their pockets with, they can spend.
Yep. They're no longer servants, if they ever really have been.
No.
At least they're servants to themselves.
Yeah, the only servant they service is self-service, and that's it.
Well, they say, he who pays the piper picks the tune.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
exactly.
Similar to that with the politicians.